We're getting new insight into President Trump's day-to-day routine thanks to a new White House leak. According to exclusive reporting by Axios, the president has spent around 60% of his scheduled time over the past 3 months in unstructured executive time. Axios reported obtaining 51 private schedules from a White House source. The leak provides unprecedented visibility into how Trump spends his days. The president reportedly uses much of his executive time watching TV, looking at newspapers, and phoning aides about what he sees and reads. Some days, executive time predominates. For instance, back on January 18th, Trump had two 30-minute meetings on the schedule and 7 hours of executive time.
Lord.
How do his advisors work? How does
nothing.
anybody work with him? He has no attention.
Unbelievable.
On November 7th, the day after the midterms, the president's private schedule had just 30 minutes for a meeting with the chief of staff and more than 7 hours of executive time.
John Heilman.
Yeah, Joe.
There are seniors playing shuffleboard in Boca retirement communities who work more than the president of the United States.
I'd say,
right
Joe,
now.
when I looked at that schedule, it reminds me of my senior year in college. That's sort of like what my that's sort of like what my senior year in college looked like. Although executive time had different names for me, but a lot of the same activities apparently. Watching television, you know. I mean, it's sort of astonishing. And I'll say that one of the things that most astonishing about it is that someone was, as part of this reporting, the question has been raised, you know, does Donald Trump take a lot of executive time relative to other presidents? And the answer is, there's never been a president before who had any executive time. Now, that's not to say that presidents don't occasionally take a break or watch a basketball game on television or play golf. All presidents we know have taken some time off. You need that for your mental health. But the notion of large chunks of unstructured, unaccountable time in the most important, high-pressured job in the entire world is unprecedented, and I think just frankly unfathomable.
Joe, and my takeaway reading this was, wow, they really hate their boss. I cannot believe that this much private information in such great detail was leaked to a press outlet from a staffer who clearly thinks they work for a huge slacker and they're fed up with it. It just is unprecedented in terms of presidential staff ripping on their boss.
Well, Anika,
that's true. That's a good point.
Hypocrisy, of course, as always, extraordinary, because Donald Trump always criticized Barack Obama for not working hard enough. He criticized him for golfing too much. He criticized him and always said, if I'm president of the United States, I'm going to be working 24 hours a day. I'm never going to go golfing. I'll never be leaving the White House. I'll be in the Oval Office working nonstop.
Said that to us.
Barack Obama got criticized sometimes for not having as long a work days as, say, Bill Clinton. But again, he seems like the marathon man compared, again, to Donald Trump. This is just absolutely pathetic.
Well, Steve Rattner, Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders put out a statement in response
Of course she did.
to the reporting that actually sets up your charts for this morning quite nicely. She said, quote, President Trump has a different leadership style than his
means
predecessors.
he doesn't work.
He doesn't like to work, and he doesn't
style.
care about facts. And the results speak for themselves. While he spends much of his average day in scheduled meetings, events, and calls, there is time to allow for a more creative environment that has helped make him the most productive president in modern history.
So creative.
What exactly is she going to do?
So
Most
creative
productive president in modern history. Certainly the way that I think of Donald Trump.
Yeah, it's so creative that he has time to make up alternative facts.
President Trump
all
has
the time.
ignited a booming economy.
False.
With lower taxes and higher wages, established the USA as the #1 producer of oil and gas in the world,
No, that wasn't
remade
Donald Trump
our
that did that.
judiciary, rebuilt our military, and renegotiated better trade deals.
That's
It's
not true either.
indisputable that our country has never been stronger than it is today under the leadership of President
Again,
Trump.
Real-time fact
I'm
check.
just-
That is
Steve.
false as well.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.